Hello Doodlebugs! My name is Mary and this is a sketchbook tour. I have finished this book that I started almost a year ago now. So just wanted to flip through it and show you some of the highlights, like this little guy. It's blood o'clock! Classic images that you might recognize from previous paintings. This was the preliminary sketch for, what's it called? Don't Trust the Apple Tree. And it's also got this lovebirds image, the preliminary sketches from Creatures of the Night. You can see there's like thumbnail sketches here, working out how this painting is gonna look and what the final product is gonna look like. That's a really good example of how it's done. I don't always go this in depth when I'm making a painting. This particular one, I wanted the composition to look really nice, really solid. A little cartoony thing. This is an example of one of the few things I put in my sketchbook that's finished. And it looks like a final comic book page. Man-eater. You know what I mean, damn it. I don't know what I mean. It's a note from me from the past. Me from the past, I don't know what you're talking about. Message not received. That's really a sad one, but I like it. This is one of the images people would look through my sketchbook and be like, Mary, are you okay? And I'd have to explain, no, it's just a really cool concept. Like she's falling. She's not. Anyway, finished looking pictures in your sketchbook. Not absolutely necessary. Do you recognize this video? Oh yeah. And part of that makes me feel really sad because I want really pretty looking stuff in my sketchbooks. But at the same time, my sketchbooks are kind of meant for my own personal use. It's for working out ideas. Like here's Mickey for the Disney project I did last fall. Charles the dog. I miss him. All about working out those brilliant ideas. Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. I get torn back and forth because I love the look of final looking drawings in sketchbooks. I will kill him for you, said the cat. I don't know. At the same time, I feel like when you put hours and hours of work into a drawing in your sketchbook, the person who's going to benefit most from that is you. And that's awesome. That's great. But I'd much rather put those kind of drawings on a final piece of paper and put it somewhere. But then again, I'm not putting it in galleries. I don't know. I'm torn. Bob Ross. I'm Bob Ross in the style of Picasso. Here's some little characters. This is all for me. I mean, that's really what sketchbook is. It's all for you to like vomit out those ideas. She's actually a character that, if you go through a lot of my sketchbooks, she pops up a lot. And she and I go back. Expletive warning, if you do not like the F word, I'm gonna show it to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because I love this drawing. It's a bear. This is the fun thing about going through old sketchbooks too. I usually take about a year to get through one sketchbook. So these are a year old. This was from Thanksgiving. We were staying in a cabin up at Big Bear in the mountains. Every day I just sat outside in the chilly cold and had some coffee and doodled in my book. Made this giant worm. There's that girl again. There's that girl. She fights monsters. She's gonna be in a comic book someday. That's a wolf spider. Because it's a wolf and a spider. And there's a portrait of Dante. Portraits are something that I struggle with. I personally feel very uncomfortable drawing likenesses, which is very unfortunate because growing up, when friends and acquaintances realize that I can draw, the one thing they want me to draw is pictures of them. I'm not good. I'm not comfortable with that. Oh, I love this guy. It's like Vincent Price. This is a disgusting story. You should turn back now. What you are about to hear may shock you, for it is a tale of paranormal activities, violence, and murder. There's also some sex. Tasteful sex. The prologue of a story. Oh, this. Speaking of memories in your sketchbooks, I was stranded at the airport in Arizona. I had nothing to do but sit at a bar and draw people. This little boy was super fidgety, so I accepted the challenge of doing gesture drawings. Very quick, sloppy sketch and just getting the fluidity of his movements. And boy, did he move. It was a challenge, but it was really fun. This was a little image to myself for my birthday. Birthday fun! Somebody suggested, I asked for ideas for a video for my birthday on my second channel, and somebody said, draw a kick coming out of a person. So why not? I got a brown pen, and I decided to play with that. I go in and out of phases where I want to do intricate hatching, like this chick spit out your gum and get in the plane. A lot of times, if I'm at a loss for what to draw, I will just kind of draw a random character and figure out what that character is. You could tell, like, oh, this is a little kid, I think, who will be abducted by a monster. But like drawing not only the shape or the hair, but the expression that they have, maybe their posture. And suddenly you go from having absolute brain fart as to like, I don't know what to draw, to having possibly a short story or a script or comic book or something. Coffee penguins, coffee penguins. Ooh, this is a guy. Like I remember I had just like writer's block, artist block. I wanted to draw, had no idea what to draw. So I just started with a posture. I remember I was like, I'm just gonna do a skeletal outline. Turned into this dude that I wanted to explore more of his run. I loved the posture of his run. Just like, the more elaborate paintings that I make, I definitely sketch them out ahead of time. And this is the outline of the Holy Cow video I did, where it's a guy on one drawing, on one piece of paper, just journeying to find the answers. And so this is kind of a map as to what would happen. You don't want to get halfway through a large project and realize, oh, I forgot something important. Oh, I wanted to do it totally differently. I also wanted to spend a lot of time developing the character and what he would look like. One burrito is like 2 meals. Batman. This was Pete's dog, Charles. This was kind of a response. I was on the airplane dwelling on comments that I'd gotten a while ago. It was nothing recently. It was just like my neurotic brain. A lot of times people think that good drawings look realistic, or because if you have a realistic drawing next to a more cartoony looking drawing, the realistic one is better, clearly, because it looks like something. So this is me just illustrating that realism is impressive, but cartooning and creating characters is much more fun. This was the Russian, there was a sculpture discovered earlier this year. Where was it discovered? I think it was in a lake in Siberia. A fisherman dug it up. Discovery of an ancient sculpture. It looked like this. So I wanted to see like, why? Oh, wouldn't that be great if there's just like all these like ancient villagers looking at this weird looking him and thinking, we must make a sculpture of him. He is so beautiful. Figuring out people, characters, the way they sit, the way they stand. It could tell you a lot about the character or how the character's feeling. Ugh. Oh, self-portraiting. Self-portraits from Draw My Hell. I don't know, does this look like me? That's not me, that's a dolphin. That's me. I think that's me, mostly. Yes, and that's a unicorn. Goodbye. For whatever reason, I feel like with more permanent sketchbooks, I want the main cover pages to be the awesome things, like you're actually reading a book. I don't know, that's me. And that's my sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed going through my sketchbook with me, and if you wanna take a little bit more time to look at some of those pictures, I'm putting them on my website's blog. So in the description below, go check it out. There's gonna be a link that'll take you directly there. And of course, the holiday season is coming. I got a new shop set up on Redbubble. If there's a particular image that you wanted to get as a print or anything else, but you don't see it at my shop, you can tweet me, you can leave a comment below and let me know, and I will do my best to make it happen. Thumbs up. And of course, be sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.